Hello, fellow tarot travelers. Welcome to Peace Lily Tarot, where reading, teaching, and learning tarot come together. This, as you know, is a brand new tarot card reading channel. It's only about a week old, and so I am in the experimentation phase of the development of this space. And so I decided that I wanted to dedicate this particular reading to teachers. So this is called Tarot for Teachers. And as it is indicated in the thumbnail, our focus will be on what should I do about that student, right? We always, and I say we because I do come from the field of education. I am in the field of education, I guess I should say. And I know no matter what grade you teach, whether it's kindergarten, 7th grade, 12th grade, or even at the college level, oftentimes there is that student. I mean, even if you're not a teacher, you could be a guidance counselor, you could be an administrator, you could be another staff member who works in a school with students. Whoever you are, this message or this reading could be for you. So the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible. I'm going to use 2 tarot decks and these colored pencils. And I will pick 3 cards, which will represent 3 different unique situations. I'll use the Mystical Medley Tarot to do that. And then I will get more information about each of the situations from the Rider-Waite deck. And I will also give you an opportunity. So this is a pick a card reading. So there will be 3. I will have the colored pencils and I'm going to do the shuffling in front of you, but you can always skip to the actual card that you picked and bypass this entire introduction if you'd like. And you will pick the card that you're most drawn to, and then you can listen to the reading. And sometimes people are drawn to more than one. Sometimes they're drawn to all of them. If you are not drawn, if you don't feel like a pull towards any of them, then that means that maybe this reading isn't for you at this time. Maybe it could be a reading for you a little bit later down the road at some point. So I want to get started. I'm trying to shorten my introductions. So here is the Mystical Medley and deck. And I think the only difference, and I haven't used this deck very much, the only difference with this deck is there are 2 extra cards in it. So if it comes up, then I'll let you know, but I just wanted you to be aware of it, especially for those of you who are familiar with tarot. So I am going to begin shuffling the cards, and I don't do the shuffle in and cut. I just kind of shuffle them, and I wait for one to fall out or pop out or present itself to me in some kind of a way. So I'm going to send Reiki to this reading, to this deck, to this reading, and to all of you viewers across space and time right now. Okay. All right. So let's get going. So I'm looking for 3 unique situations. So we've got a lot of educators out there, and many educators are under a tremendous amount of stress at all levels, administration, faculty, staff. And sometimes there's always that student or group of students that stand out among the many others that we serve, right? So I'm asking we need some advice about 3 major situations that are on the minds of the collective. So here's one. So I'm going to put the green pencil on that card. Oh, let's do it like that. Okay. I really would like it like this. Okay. All right, continue to shuffle. So we need another situation, another situation. Okay, another situation. Another situation I'm asking that is troubling some people. Okay, here we go. near and dear to their hearts. So I'm going to put the red pencil here, and then one more. There must be a bunch of them in here. Okay, oh, there are two here. So let's, just want one, just need one. Although I'm sure, and we'll do more of these readings, but I'm going to stick to 3. One more, another situation that, okay, so that may be troubling, keeping people up at night, stressing people out, creating gray hairs, premature graying. So we want to try to get some advice from tarot about the situation. And what I like about tarot too is that it will bring up information that you probably you might not, and maybe you have picked it up, but this will be a confirmation for you. And then if not, if you're still really puzzled about it, this could also be maybe someone needs your help, and this may be bringing someone to your attention that maybe you hadn't really thought about before. So I'm going to give you a moment to concentrate, and whichever pencil you're drawn to, that is the card that will give you some more information about, or reveal to you what the situation is, and then we'll look at some tarot. So I'm going to give you a moment. You can also pause if you need more time. Okay, so we're going to get started. So I'm going to move these cards up here on the windowsill. I switched spaces. I said I would experiment with spaces. So this is the 3rd space that I have chosen to do tarot. And actually, I'm really liking this space the best. So far for many reasons. I'm very comfortable next to well, anyway, let's move on, right? So this is the card. If you picked the green pencil, this is the situation. The Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. So what's the situation here? I'm getting a sense that I don't know if this is a student that has any issues in the emotional realm, mental realm. I'm getting a sense that this is a student who is studious, very hard worker, not quick to finish their work. His or her, their work. Yeah, everything seems fine on the surface academically with this student. So I don't know if this is someone who is like kind of under the radar, because oftentimes, because a student is good academically, sometimes, and they're quiet and well behaved, etc., that they may not necessarily seem like there's an issue. So let's get a little bit more information. So I'm using the Rider-Waite deck, and I want to get a little bit more information about this person. It's more a person than the situation. So what do we need to know? Ask Tarot, what do we need to know about this student who is clearly very good academically? Very clear on that. What's going on? What's happening? Okay, why? And just so you know, I don't use reversals. I mean, if they come up reversed, I make a note of it, but all 78 cards have everything that's needed, I believe. And And I think the opposite or the shadow aspects of each card are inherent in each card. So, all right. So let's start with these 3 cards here. Let's put this over to the side. Just want to make sure you can see this on the camera. Yep. All right. So let's get going here. So we've got the King of Swords. And this is upside down, right? So we've got the Ace of Pentacles, and we have some cups here. So I am getting the impression here that this student comes to school with some wounds, some unresolved wounds. And not quite sure what the age group is here, but because it's the Knight of Pentacles, I'm guessing we're talking adolescents adolescent at this. Again, if you teach elementary, right? It may still apply to you, but I'm picking up adolescents here. I get a sense too that there is something that this student wants to do, but something's holding them back. I see there is a person, and I want to say, and maybe it could be a father figure. It could be a teacher who identifies as a male, who's involved in this student's life. It could be a coach. It could be an administrator. It could be an uncle. It could be some male in their life who is keeping them back from starting something. They want to do more and they can't, right? This is coming up in the reading because there is something you can do about it. I don't know what it is. So let's continue to get some more information here. I'm just getting the sense that there's a male, someone who identifies as a male who is involved in this somehow. I don't even know, maybe I'm not getting the impression that it's you, but there's someone. So let me just, and I'm just going to keep putting the cards out, and then I will just go to the next row because I'm running out of room. Right? A couple of more. I want a little bit more information about this student here because apparently they need some attention, right? Okay. They need some attention. Otherwise, why would it even come up, right? Okay, so I'll get these cards here. So let's turn these over and see what we have. Notice this is upside down. There may be another student involved, or it could be a sibling. Look at these upside down cards. Yeah, here we go. Look at that. All of these upside down cards. Yeah, it seems that, but look at that. So there's a lot of potential in this. And look at this at the bottom. I just kind of turned it over and looked at it. And I may draw again, but we'll just make a note of this. So maybe they're teenagers. They may very well be teenagers. I'm looking at, this could be a college situation. Maybe they're trying to get into a program of some sort. Why this is coming up, oftentimes, I'm guessing people would expect that this would be someone who's like, the worst of the worst. Maybe they're out on the streets, or they're being abused, or they're, whatever the case is. That's not what I'm seeing here. I don't know if this is I'm not getting the sense. There may be a friend, another person who's involved in this. Maybe it's someone else who is also wanting to pursue this opportunity but can't. This is maybe this person's wounds stem from Maybe there were opportunities that they've tried to go after before and they didn't make it, or they've never been selected for anything. They might be a very good student academically, but maybe they need a little push to develop themselves a little bit further and expand their horizons, is what I'm getting. And it looks like they have a lot of potential to do it. I just don't think that they're being recognized. I don't know if they're being noticed. So if you have, and this card here is, and I'll just put it out here. This card here is telling, look at this, the sun. I mean, there's so much potential in this situation. I've just gotta, there's so much potential in this situation, but he needs help. He, she, or they need help. So I guess I'll put that there since I'm looking at it. So I'm going to, just any other information. So I'm just going to put these, I just want to make sure that these cards are not, I'll put this here. Tarot, what I love about tarot is that it just tells a story. Storytelling, there's a lot of storytelling here. Any more, I'm just going to pull a little bit more and then I want to wrap, I'm going to wrap it up. Let's see what we have here. King of Wands, yes. Yeah, there's also maybe someone else who may be instrumental in helping you. Maybe there's someone that you need to reach out to help facilitate this situation. But I think too, I'm looking at the Magician, and the Magician card for me a lot of times has to do with manifestation, but it also can have to do with the character of the student. There is a creative aspect to the student that maybe is being overlooked as well, and that might be connected a little bit to this opportunity. I'm not getting, it could be technical. That's not to say like video gaming is tech, but it's also, there's a creative aspect to it. So I don't know if that is involved in any of this. When I think of swords, we're talking mental communication. I don't know, for me, swords can be connected to technology sometimes, to me. But I'm getting a sense that there's a male who is instrumental. So there's a male who is interfering, and then there's a male or whoever, or two people who identify as males are involved in this. One is holding this person back. May be connected to why this child it has these wounds, and then you've got another person who could be instrumental in providing assistance. There might even be a money issue that could be resolved with the help of this person. So that is the reading for this individual here. So if this reading resonated with you in any kind of a way, click the like button, subscribe, click the bell if you want to get get reminders about the videos. And I'm gonna really try to be aggressive in posting videos. I'm just trying to figure out what people like, what people find helpful. But I want to say this too. I know that social emotional learning is like huge across the nation and even the world when it comes to working with students. And so I want to say that this is really an SEL issue, because sometimes we see certain students in a like one-dimensionally or two-dimensionally, but all of our students are multi-layered and complex. Of course, I'm not saying anything to you that you don't already know, but this student here, sometimes the studious ones, the ones that are well behaved and kind of slips under the radar sometimes. We don't realize that they need our help. So you have someone in your space, adolescent, who, or it could be a precocious elementary student, that's very possible, who need your help. And so just be on the lookout. And if it's not, hasn't surfaced for you yet, it will. Maybe, I don't know, within the next 3 months, perhaps, that may happen. If it's not happening now. And that's it for the first reading. Thank you for visiting Peace Lily Tarot. Take care. Okay. So now we're gonna move on. I think I put the medley card in with the Rider-Waite deck. So I want to make sure that I get it out of the pile. Sorry for the delay. For people who wanted the next reading, they can just kind of click on it. But I think this is bizarre. I just want to make sure that that medley card is not mixed up in here. So that, I mean, if it is, then, well, it is. But I just want to make sure it's out if it's got mixed up in the deck. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I did put it away. I can't even. Oh, here it is. See, I could see how it could get mixed up. All right. So put these to the side. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think the energy is really good around that young child. They're just not being noticed. All right. So for the people who picked the card with the red pencil, this is the situation here. The moon. Okay, something is humming at the background in your space. And I don't know if this has to do with a person. Notice that the wolf is, I'm going to bring this up. Notice the wolf in the image. So I think you might have a troublemaker in the midst. And it's a troublemaker, but it's a troublemaker, and because it's the moon card, it's someone who is causing trouble who I don't think you realize that they're the source of the problem yet. And I have no idea what grade this is. It could be any level at this point. So I'm going to consult the Rider-Waite deck and get a little bit more information about this. So could you tell us more about this situation, or this person or people that are causing some trouble behind the scenes? Well, but we may not know. So here we go. All right. So this is maybe adolescents again. Interesting, right? The nights are coming up. So we're talking intermediate, middle school. I'd say between grades 3 and up. We're talking here. Remember I said it could be a precocious young person. Interesting. So let's see. Just keep a little bit more about this information. A little bit more information about this. And this is and I know, and I want to say this again, this is a reading for the collective, right? And so it is general. So some of it may not apply. Some parts of the reading may apply to you and some parts may not apply. There might be 2 existing situations, more than one existing at the same time, that will come up in the reading. That's possible because there are so many people, I'm tapping into particularly people who are educators. So anyway, so I want to keep getting a little bit, but I just need a couple of more cards before I can begin chit-chatting about this. But it is very clear to me that we're talking about troublemaker here. And someone who is kind of hiding under the radar and kind of getting away with a lot. Okay, this card. Oh, and I got this card. All right, so let's look at this. Ooh, someone's been hurt by this. And look at the Wheel of Fortune is under, So, so there's a situation here. It's involving a lot of hurt. It could even be a bullying situation. I'm getting a lot of impulsivity here with this person. Physical, could even be physical, that's causing some harm. This is who this is. This is the hurt that's being caused. This person is kind of crying alone. It's impacting them not just at school, but at home is what I'm picking up. And what I get here, because this was reversed, but, and I don't keep them in the reversed order. I'm also getting, and this may be something separate, but it's just what I'm picking up from the collective, that there may be some isolation. I don't know I don't know if it's related to someone's socioeconomic status. I don't know if that's somehow connected to this impulsivity, aggression that's causing hurt, harm for this person. And I know this seems like, well, we'll always have, people like that in our classroom. And that, sometimes that's the case, sometimes it's not. Some people have a really great class and they don't really have those kind of issues. But maybe you think you don't have those kinds of issues. Or maybe it could be, I know everybody, people are overwhelmed by COVID, the pandemic. People are just really burnt out. So it could also be that you know who this person is, but they're kind of slipping under the radar because there might be other issues that are at play in the environment that may be causing this person to kind of get away with it. But what I'm getting a sense here with this card upside down is that something really needs to be addressed like super soon, super duper soon. So let me get some more information. So I thought give us some more information about, or what can be done about it. Yeah, this might have something to do with class finances. But I don't know. And the person who is the bully might be someone who has means and the other one does not have means, perhaps. So this might be an issue of class. Need some clarification, please. Clarification, additional information about this particular situation. Little bit more. Sometimes the cards pop out really quickly and then sometimes we just have to wait. Oh. All right, so I'm going to take this few of them. I'm going to take those. I just feel compelled to take them. Sometimes I don't take, when they come out like this, I don't usually take them, but I am this time. So let's see. All right. Look at this. Look at how, I'm just looking at, I don't want to, I just want you to see. I think I had it up here, down here. I don't even remember what, it doesn't even matter at this point. Look, yeah. Oh, so many pentacles, hard work. So So the student who is the object of being pursued is a hard worker, but look at this, but there's anxiety and depression involved with this particular student. They are a hard worker. I don't get a sense that the student who is the object of the bullying, I don't get a sense that they're a pretty decent student. I wouldn't say that they're like superior, but they're okay, but they work very hard. They put in a lot of effort, but it's a class issue. It's dealing with socioeconomic, and the student may not even be aware. I think the student may even be one of those students who is very flashy, meaning, they'll come in with the best sneakers, or maybe their parents drive a really great car, or, that kind of, something like that. But we've got this student who really is suffering behind the scenes. I'm not even sure, and I think this student may have even seeked out some help, and maybe even have been offered some help in the past, but really is carrying some serious wounds here. And I feel like this card here is telling me that this student is kind of running out of options, and they kind of just keep their head to the grind. You're not going to see that. I don't get a sense that that this is going to affect their schoolwork. They're one of those students who are really resilient in that sense, that they'll continue to do their work and you won't even know that they're having trouble, except that this is going on behind closed doors. So this moon card, there are a couple of things at play here. One, and it could be both, right? It doesn't have to be either or. One is that the student is not really communicating that this is a problem, and you're not really seeing it as being a problem because they're really good at hiding it. Or it could also be that this student, they may even be one of those students who are like to flatter people. They may even flatter the teacher. And so that may be something that may be like the hidden element here. So if this reading resonated with you in any way, please subscribe, or add a comment. And as I indicated, if this resonated with you, if this sounds like a situation that you're dealing with, or also because this channel is about reading, teaching, and learning, if you want to share, maybe you're into tarot and you're just at the beginning stages of learning, or you could even be an advanced tarot reader, I would love to hear from you. I invite you to share in the comment section. And so again, thank you, Group 2, for visiting Peace Lily Tarot, and I hope to see you in this space again soon. Bye now. Okay, so for those of you who picked the third card with the yellow pencil, this is the final reading. Ooh, oh, look at, this is interesting. It was upside down. Okay, so we've got the 5 of Cups. So, all right, so there's some crying going on. There's a lot of sadness. This may have, and I'll ask a little bit more information. This is about self-image. I'm picking up from this card. This has to do with someone's physical appearance, whether it's their, the way they look, or the clothes they wear, or I'm just, and they're not, I'm just picking that up. So let's hear a little bit from, I need some more clarification from tarot, but someone is not very happy with, and again, I'm saying this is tarot for teachers, and we know that these are situations that occur with students all the time, right? So we're just like, okay, well, that's pretty obvious, you know. But if it's coming up in the reading and you're here listening to it, perhaps this is a situation that requires your attention, you know, right now. So I need more information. Ooh, okay. I need some more information about, I think, one more card. Oh, this one popped up. Okay. So I think I know what this is, but let's see. So, oh, interesting how this came up again. Okay. I am picking up some, this person is being excluded. I'm not getting, this person, I'm not getting the sense that they are really being excluded. I think they think they're being excluded. I think they think that people around them think less of them than what they really, how they really feel about them. I think that this student is probably more admired than they realize, right? I think the student sees everyone else being happy, or they think they're being happy, or they think that they're happy, and they are playing out these different scenarios in their head about what, you know, about what they think is really going on in their environment. So there is a student, and the fact that they're covered up, I don't know if it's a student that wears a lot of dark colors. The cups, some of the cups are on the ground. So there may have been also some bickering going on. So there may have been some conflicts in this person's life with other students. And again, the situation I'm thinking, again, has to do with maybe they perceive their friends as having better lives than this person. So this is definitely something you may not be picking up, but maybe should be looking out for in your class. Because again, this, or whoever, you know, whatever your position is with students. So this is tarot for teachers particularly, but it could apply to anyone who's working with students. But this is definitely a situation that you may not even be aware of, but because it's coming out, it's important. Okay, so here's another card. Any more information about this student? Any other information about this student? And there could be more than one I'm getting. There could be maybe 2 or 3. There could be more than one student like this. That it's a type of student maybe that you might want to look out. Let's look at what these cards say. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to put the moon here. See what this is. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, this person is really struggling because they think other people have it better than they do, is what I'm getting here. They need a little bit more confidence in themselves. And the question is, how will they get that confidence? And And this is a situation that I believe is also not apparent. I mean, it's noticeable if you really pay attention, but it's also sort of hidden at the same time, right? And you can kind of get that from this image here, because you don't even bring the card up again. You don't really even see the face of this student. So that's why I'm saying it could be like a type of student as opposed to someone, or more than one student. But it's easy for them, again, to fall under the, be under the radar, not be under the radar, I guess, skip or not be seen. But yeah, I think it has to do just with life in general. I don't think it has to just do with finances. I think they think that others are living a better life than they are, and they kind of play these different kinds of scenarios in their head, and it is really driving them insane. Just wanted to, and this is huge. Like this. So, the question is, well, what can you do about it? Well, one is just kind of be more aware of what's going on in your classroom, and kind of see if there is something hidden, or something going on with the student that you might not. The other thing that I'm picking up too, looking at this card here, is make sure that, and I'm looking at just this area here, I'm picking it up. And you may not, maybe even some, and this is, remember, this may not apply, some aspects of this may not apply to you because it's a general reading. But I'm also picking up, make sure that you are balancing your compliments to your class, that there isn't like certain students who are receiving more attention than others, to find something positive for everyone, because it seems that they need a confidence boost here, and it's going to take a lot of work. And you may even want to ask for some help with this. One or two more cards to kind of finalize this. So interesting how the three readings were so different, but then there were also these overarching themes as well. And again, okay, this may, oh yes, definitely, and again, some of this may seem like, well, duh, yeah, we have 100,000 students that are like that. Okay, but because it's coming up in this reading and you are listening to it and you pick this card, it means it needs your attention now, right? Yeah. You need to offer some help and some support. Definitely need to offer some help and some support here. And maybe it will, I don't know. There may be, like I said, it's like a more of a big picture thing, but there could be also a class socioeconomic issue involved in this situation as well. But I'm not seeing it as playing a part, as a part as in the last reading. But I do see that maybe they do need a little bit of help. It could be that they don't have, maybe a nice enough wardrobe. Maybe they don't have the right clothes for the weather. Maybe they don't get their hair done all the time. I mean, this could be very superficial, and it may not even be the case, right? But being that there have been some conflicts, I don't know if, again, they think other people have it better than they do. I think it's just a matter of them, and they may have some good things going for them too, this particular student, but they're not aware of it, right? They need a little support. They need a little extra support, and you can figure out how to provide that. So that is what I'm getting for that reading. again, as I noted for the other two readings, if this resonated with you in any kind of a way, I want you to, if you could click on the like button, subscribe, and or add a comment to the comment section if this resonated with you, or if you're a tarot reader, whether at any level, beginning, intermediate, advanced, and you see something different from what I'm seeing, or maybe there might be some parts that we agree on, and maybe there's other parts that you see something that I'm not picking up. By all means, I invite you to share in the comments section. We'd love to hear from you because, again, this channel is not just about reading, it's also about teaching and learning, and not just learning from me, but learning from each other. I learned from you as well. Teachers always learn from their students. So in this case, it would be you being the viewers, and some of you are also readers. So thank you so much for visiting Peace Lily Tarot, and I look forward to meeting with you in this space again soon. Bye now.